Welcome to the Veterans Corner segment of Monmouth in Focus, a program about the services and functions of the Monmouth County government. I'm Sue Kiley, Monmouth County Commissioner and Liaison to the Division on Aging, Disabilities, and Veterans Services. Today, we will meet Anna Altunia of Monmouth County's Veterans Services. Welcome, Anna.
Thank you.
Anna, you work on appeals for the veterans that have been denied certain benefits. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what a veterans appeal is?
Sure. Veterans appeals process provides veterans dependents and their survivors a way to challenge the VA decision regarding disability compensations, pensions, educational, and other VA-related benefits. After a claim is filed, the VA issues a decision, and if a claimant disagrees with the decision, they have the right to appeal. There are three main appeal review options, and they are usually included with the notification letter that the VA is sending to the claimant. And they look like this. There are three main types, as I noticed: supplemental claim, high-level review, and Board of Appeal. Depending if we are going to use new evidence that is relevant, then we choose which way to apply. For supplemental claim, we can use new evidence, and supplemental claim we can claim at any time, preferably to claim it within 1 year because that keeps the date of the claim. High-level review means that more experienced reviewer is going to deal with the same evidence that we submitted previously. And the third one is Board of Appeal, which means that a veteran law judge at the Board of Veterans Appeal will review the case for the decision.
Can you tell me a little bit about your success rate with the VA appeals?
It depends. It depends on how difficult is the case, how complex is the case. It depends on the quality of the evidence provided. It depends on the level of representation. If we do not have compelling evidence, of course it takes, the success rate is not going to be as good. And then it depends if it's a supplemental claim, it's a high-level review, or Board of Appeals. Because at the Board of Appeals, again, there are three different other types, and 35 to 40% of the Board of Appeals, they are very successful. 35 to 40%, they go back to the regional offices for if they are remanded, and the rest, they are denied.
And what is the time frame for this appeal process?
Again, I'm referring again to the same page because, and I highlighted it, generally the goal to complete is about 6-7 months. It says 125 days for both supplemental claim and high-level review. Sometimes it takes longer, as I said. It depends when we submit the evidence and how compelling is the evidence. For the Board of Appeal, it's a little longer. The goal is 365 days, but for some other reviews, it can be 1 to 2 years or from 3 to 4 years.
Can a veteran do this themselves?
They can, and some of the veterans, they do it, but I have to tell you that having a knowledgeable representative as a VSO or attorney will be beneficial, especially in complex cases. Representatives can be sure that the evidence submitted is relevant, that deadlines are met, and legal arguments are properly presented. This can increase the chance of successful outcome of the appeal.
Can you give me an example of what you would be appealing?
Yes, some complex cases that I'm working on, they are very challenging because, for example, service connection for presumptive conditions, Agent Orange. It's very difficult to prove if the veteran does not have proper documentation that the veteran was exposed to Agent Orange. So we have to challenge that. Then PTSD. If the veteran did not document on time the stressor of the event, that is very challenging. Then sexual trauma. Because of the nature of it, It is, again, it's very difficult to work with the cases like that. Some of the cases that I'm working, and they are quite difficult, is when we didn't have PACT Act. And under the PACT Act, the VA added more presumptives. So these cases were denied if they were decided in 2017, for example. I'm working on the case. But now, under the PACT Act, these people are eligible for benefits. But then again, it is still challenging to do all these appeals.
How does a veteran get in touch with us to be able to get your help?
So they can call our office. They can come to our office. We take walk-ins. And I think they can contact, some of them, they contact even you, and then your office refers to our office, and we deal with these veterans.
Great. That's great. That's great. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. And thank you for sharing this very important information. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today, but we will see you again next time.
Thank you.